In today's day and age, it seems like everyone talks about manifestation, about manifesting your goals, manifesting everything on their vision boards, everything in their life. It just seems like manifestation just came out of nowhere. They just spoke it and it came to existence, just repeating and uttering the same words over and over. It just magically seems to happen. Well, let me tell you, that's a complete lie. Like, it seems like every single person under the age of 30 on social media is just talking about manifestation is like the key to unlocking everything you want in your life. Let me tell you, that is a complete lie. That is just absolute crap. If you don't take any actions, no matter how bad you say it, no matter how bad you want, it's just not gonna happen. Whatever you want is not gonna come to fruition. That's just not how the world works. And I will say in the Bible, it does talk about the power of life and death are in the power of the tongue. Your tongue is like a double-edged sword, and your words are very much powerful. You should be careful with what you say, and declarations are important to say over your life. And I do talk about it in my other videos, but simply repeating something over and over does not make it happen. Simply saying that, oh, I need to get this car, like saying you're gonna get this car, isn't just gonna make it happen. If you don't ever take any action, nothing will happen in your life. If you don't set goals, if you don't create habits, if you don't organize your life, if you don't set up systems to get success, nothing is gonna come to fruition. It just doesn't work like that. Like, thinking that you can only speak and things will just happen, things will just fall out of the sky is absolutely ludicrous. Like you really have to look at your thinking. Nothing happens by just doing nothing. Like, just speaking is not, that's not how things will happen. No matter how bad you want it, it only takes you like actually wanting it to where you take action for it to happen. There's a difference between wanting it and you want it. Like, I want this thing with social media. I truly want to pursue social media. I truly want to help other people. I want to help young men grow mentally, physically, and spiritually. That is my whole entire goal with my whole entire brand, with everything I do. And I want it. So I'm posting videos every single day. That there's a difference. I'm taking action, and my channel's growing, and I'm getting more viewers, and I'm getting people that are actually, they're learning something, they're gaining wisdom and knowledge. But then there are people that, they want to do something on social media, but they keep saying, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna eventually do it. I have all my plans set out. I have all this. And I'm guilty of this too. It's so easy to just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep just saying it and I want it. And words are powerful and all that. But if you never take any action, nothing will happen in your life. I guarantee you, every single person that's claiming manifestation worked in their life, they did some sort of action. They took action. They set goals, and whenever they created their vision board, they actually set up systems to achieve those goals. They didn't just say, "Oh, it's gonna happen," and then just happen. No, that's not how it works. You have to take action, set up systems, set up plans. So I'm gonna give you the steps that you need to actually go and accomplish your goals, rather than just simply speaking it out. First, I want you to create a vision board. My first video on this channel is about vision boards. It's absolutely amazing. Go recommend that if you want to go deeper into that. But create a vision board. Stop putting a bunch of just physical and materialistic things on there. Think about actual long-term goals. Think about what you want in life, who you want to become. Think about who you want to become rather than what you want to do in life. That's what I always say, because who you want to become will dictate every single thing in your life. If you say, I want to become a father, I want to become a business owner, well, everything in your life is going to point you towards that direction. So that means, if you want to become a father and, in a healthy relationship and be a strong husband, then you can't be with a bunch of other girls and just wasting your time and dating pointlessly and getting into a bunch of situationships and worthless relationships. You're not going to be able to do that, because that's not a part of your identity, and that distracts you from the goal. If you want to become a businessman, if you want to have different businesses, if you want to have passive income, if you want to live a wealthy lifestyle, then that means you can't go wasting your time just going to endless parties and getting distracted by all these different things of just with dopamine, and just only playing video games and doing all these things that don't lead you to ways to making passive income, that don't lead you to making income at all. So those are the things. So put things on your vision board that lead you towards an actual purpose. I want you to I want you to really get your purpose and put it down on that vision board. Have a statement that you can guide your whole entire life by, and get pictures. I want you to get pictures because numbers and statistics and words, they're great things, but if you only have those things on it, it's going to be so much harder to visualize. That's why I have a bunch of pictures on my vision board that actually represent what I want to have, who I want to become, and what I want to do in life. Number two, I want you to start setting up your life in 12 weeks. A year is now 12 weeks. The 12-week year, an amazing book. You should read it. Absolutely amazing. I'm continuing to read it right now. And basically, it talks about how your new year, you have to split everything up into 12 weeks. So that's about 3 months, and that's your whole entire year. Think of it as that is an entire year. Everything that you want to achieve, you have that specific amount of time to accomplish it. And then every single week, you have a goal that you're supposed to accomplish that leads to that 12-week year end. So it gives you a short amount of period of time, so you don't feel like, oh, I have a bunch of time, I can just put it off. No, it's constant action. Every single day matters, every single week matters, and it all points you towards a purpose, and it all points you towards a goal. And then you also have like 4 different times during, I guess, an annual year that you can actually achieve your goals, so you can be able to go and tweak things if you need to improve the systems, if you need to get better execution, which is something that a lot of us need to. A lot of the times we think it's the plan that needs work, but often it's the execution that we need to change. And it gives us 4 different chances to be to get all those things down. And rather than wasting a year, you're really spending 12 weeks just constantly locked in, constantly being locked in and staying in that moment. Because as I always say, life is moving. And if you're not moving at all, you're falling behind. Life is like a current. If you don't move along, if you don't continue to move, time is just going to continue passing by. The closer you are, you're going to get to death. Like, that's how it works. Time is a constant current. And if you don't move with the current, if you're not moving with the current, you're going to fall behind. Because imagine you're stagnant and the current is moving. Everyone is moving forward. Everything in life is moving forward, but you're staying stagnant. So you're technically falling behind. So really think about it that way. That's what I want you to do. And then third, I really want you, instead of just like thinking this thing of like how they want to do all this new age stuff, it's a bunch of like manifestation and only speak your thing into existence. I want you to get powerful declarations over your life, things that actually have to do with your identity. Like, declare, I am strong, I am brave, I'm bold, I'm courageous, I'm strong, I'm attractive. I say I'm handsome, I'm a leader, I'm a fast learner, I'm diligent, I'm a hard worker. Like, say things like that. Get things start declaring over your life, over who you are, and repeat it each morning. And like, literally, even psychology proves that when you say these things, you literally start believing it yourself within your own mind. It's so important. And then when, like, even in the Bible, it talks about it's like declaring the word of God over your life truly makes a difference. I'm telling you, when you spend that time each morning before at the start of your day, it truly makes an impact on your life. And I would totally recommend it to every single person. Declarations of your life are important. They truly are important. But just believing that, like, manifestation and all these different like new age practices, it's just gonna lead you to like a dead end, or it's gonna lead you into a bunch of just random stuff, like with all the zodiac, and you end up believing like just a bunch of ridiculous things that don't move you forward at all. It keeps you in the same current state of mind, to where you're thinking everything will just happen to you and someone's gonna just come and magically save you and drop everything into your life. That is not how it works. If you want to gain connections, you have to put yourself out there. You have to put yourself on social media. You have to be able to go in public places. You're not gonna meet the people you want to if you don't put yourself out there. You want to grow a successful business? Well, you have to start it. You have to start with selling a product. You have to learn to talk to other people. You have to deal with other people. Those are things you have to do. Nothing in life comes from just saying it and then it just happens. That is not how it works, and that's a complete lie. And I'm telling you, anyone who tells you that, they're just trying to keep you stagnant. Like, truly, that, like, you're just trying to keep people stagnant if you constantly tell people that, like, you're just gonna manifest this. Because there's so many people, especially in my generation, in Gen Z, like, so many people, like, you like they literally live a life thinking that it's gonna just happen. Like people are like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna manifest this, I'm gonna say it. But like, you're saying, oh, I'm gonna manifest this great body, but you still eat all the same junk. You still sit on the couch just watching TV or YouTube videos. You still don't work out. You go to the gym maybe once a week, and like you can't even do that yourself, and you go and barely do anything in the gym as well. Like, come on, like you expect all these things to happen just by saying it. Like that is the greatest lie I think of, like probably one of the biggest lies I've ever heard in this generation that so many people commonly believe. Things don't magically happen. There isn't just a little genie in the world where you just rub the lamp and things just come to fruition and it falls out of the sky. Your goals won't magically happen. What you want won't magically happen. The partner, your future spouse, like they aren't just gonna fall out of the sky magically. Like nothing happens in this life without at least work, without providing value. Those are things you need to do. If you can't work or provide value, I'm sorry, you're gonna fall behind in life and not ever gonna achieve anything. And it's that simple. It might be harsh, but it's the truth. If you can't add value, then like what are you doing? You need to get value back. You have to add value to the world. That is how it works. Like speaking right now, what I'm telling you right now, it's adding value to your life. So in return, I'm gonna get value back. And it might not be necessarily now, but value does come back later. That's the only way it works. And if you can't work hard, then you can't get anywhere in life, because that means you don't truly want it. Like if you can't be consistent in anything, like if you can't put in the reps, then what are you gonna expect? You can't expect anything at all. And I'm guilty of this. Like you constantly think like, you already have all this knowledge, you continue living this life of just planning, but you never put in any work. Like that's why I always say that the hardest working person will always be the most talented person, because you can have all the world's talent, but a person who consistently works hard, who consistently trains at their craft, even if they suck at it, and they continue to practice and they do everything in their power to get better, they're eventually gonna come up to that person that's talent. But imagine a person with talent and works super hard. You know how far you could get? There's so many people. We have amazing talents, but it's like you're not working on them. So you have to take action. Take action. Life is about taking action, about being consistent. And consistent means taking action. Like rather than thinking like, consistency is like every single day, or, like every single week. Some things about consistency is just the fact that, it might not look like you're consistent. Like let's say you want to make YouTube videos and you release a video every 2 weeks, but you're consistent with that because you're in a constant, because consistency comes from the word constant. You're in a constant state of getting better at improving that craft. And over the 2 weeks, just continually working on that to release that one video every 2 weeks. 2 weeks. You're more consistent than a person, who might release a video, every, not even every, like they release a video, they might release a video like each week for like 3 weeks, and then for 6 months they then drop a video, and then maybe 8 months later they drop a video, and then maybe 2 weeks later they drop a video. No, you're more consistent because you're constantly working on it. There's not a period where you're just like stopping and stopping from working towards your goal. That's what it's all about. So stop just believing that manifestation is the key to everything. It is not. I'm telling you, that is just a bunch of lies, and that's something just keeping you back and holding you back, from your life. You have to take action. Just speaking things means nothing if you don't ever take action upon your words. So that is the key. Take action, provide value, be consistent, create a vision board, create a statement, chase purpose over pleasure, and that is the way to go.